Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Digital Cynics channel. If it is your first time here, welcome. We cover anything from tech, games, movies, to really anything nerdy in between. So if you want to see future content like that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It's easy and it's free. Anyways, my name is Brennan, and we're kind of just going to jump right into the story. So it's probably not news to anyone, but Battlefield 2042 released pretty recently, actually a handful of days ago on November 19th. And it is now officially one of the worst reviewed games on Steam. In fact, as of the time of this video, there is almost 35,000 reviews on Steam, almost all of them being negative. In fact, it has actually made it to the top 10 worst rated Steam games of all time, sitting in the 8th spot currently. And you do have to remember too, this game has literally been out for days at this point. So as more and more reviews flood into Steam, there's a very high chance that that's going to be making its way up even further than the 8th spot on the worst games on Steam of all time. So it's obviously safe to say at this point that Battlefield has had a very, very tough launch, which I'm actually surprised about. Battlefield games have always sort of been really popular and just kind of praised as far as, you know, a multiplayer war game goes. But 2042 in particular has a ton of players complaining about things like the vehicles being broken and super overpowered, really bad PC performance, horrible hitboxes, and just bullet registration in general. Basically, this new Battlefield is just not in a state that it should be on launch day. And before anyone comes at me in the comments, or really anyone else talking about how bad the launch has been for Battlefield 2042, I'm just gonna link down below the Angry Joe Show Angry Rant that he has about Battlefield. And he goes on for 20 minutes talking and showing you guys visual proof of what issues really Battlefield 2042 is having on launch. After you watch that whole video, you're gonna see exactly why a lot of people are saying this game should not have been released, and it should probably have been delayed until it was in a better position to be released. Now, DICE did release a day one patch for this game, but pretty much according to the thousands and thousands of people that have already played it, even after the day one patch, this game is still in extremely rough shape and in a lot of people's eyes unplayable. Now, I actually have the Steam reviews up for Battlefield right now, and just at the top here under the mostly negative, you can see that only 25% of the 41,000 reviews for this game are actually positive. So 75%, that's over 30,000 reviews on this game are negative so far. Now, a lot of people out there actually think that this is kind of just a case of people jumping on the hate train, as that does really happen this day and age, you know, whether it's with music, movies, games, it doesn't really matter. There is a hate train. People jump on it and they just slander games that they never played or never even intended to play. And honestly, a percentage of this definitely, I'm sure, is that. But there are enough people at this point that have hours and hours in this game already that would honestly say otherwise. And just one of the top reviews here by Dayman Nightman. I mean, he's actually put together a massive list of things that basically like need to be changed or that they're missing from the game. And it's gotten quite a few, you know, positive feedback on this, but I'm not going to go through this whole list. I'll leave it right here if you want to pause and read through it, but just a few on the top here. There's no single player mode, no server browser, no general team or player scoreboard, which is ridiculous that they don't have a player scoreboard. No general chat, only team chat, squad and party chat. No leaning or peeking while in cover. No score bonuses for headshots, multi-kills, or hit-based damage XP gains. You know, you get the point. There's just endless amounts of things that you can't even say, you know, people are just being butthurt or whatever about this. Like, there are a ton of things missing from this game, and for the amount of money and time that they've had to make this game, personally, I don't think that there's really a good excuse for DICE at this point. Now, I'm not saying that Battlefield 2042 is going to be bad forever, and I'm not saying it's irredeemable. But what I am saying is that it clearly should not have shipped out or been released in general. It should have been delayed. And, you know, we're kind of to a point where so many games are delayed that people would have understood, and they honestly would take a full working game over a game that is released on time that barely works or isn't working properly or just isn't fun. I'm also not really sure if this is really on DICE or EA or kind of the combination of both for this situation happening, but this is kind of just another example of EA's name being on another product that just is unfinished and just flat out bad. And everybody knows that whenever EA's name is attached to something, it's most likely gonna suck or just be completely flooded with microtransactions. So of course, where DICE definitely played their huge role in this, since they are the ones that made the game, I'm sure EA had something to do with it as well, as far as, you know, maybe time constraints or basically them saying like, no, you have to release this on time, we're not delaying it. But that is something that I'm sure we'll hear more on later, because I highly doubt that DICE is going to be silent on this whole situation, as no company wants to release their game and have it just completely bashed from day one. Anyways, I do want to know what you guys think on this whole Battlefield situation. Have you played it? What do you think about it? Do you think it is as bad as everybody is saying it is? Let's really start a debate down in the comments below, because I am genuinely curious how many people actually that will comment on this video like it versus dislike it. Also, what are some things that are missing that you would like to see? Just really honestly, if you have anything to say about this game so far, just drop it down below in the comments. Give this video a like. And remember, if you want to see future content on tech, games, and movies, literally anything nerdy in between, make sure to subscribe to Digital Cynics. Peace.